Yo, they are finally joined the 1/6 family. Hot Toys has just teased us with an amazing set of 4 new characters and 1 new additional surprise coming out soon. So let's take a look and see what they're teased us with, along with some other figure comparisons out there. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be diving into the new teasers announced by Hot Toys. This teaser features 4 figures taken from the recent Deadpool and Wolverine MCU film. Now we've already gotten different variations of both Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Including Deadpool himself, Lady Pull, and Kid Pull. And for Wolverine, we've gotten his standard yellow and blue costume, with his mask on, along with this unmasked TVA variant edition with jacket, right? So it's absolutely incredible that Hata is actually planning on releasing 4 more 1/6 figures based off this movie, right? Because as you can see here, this is not only an incredible cast, but will also make for an incredible display. Oh, and there's also one additional new announcement featuring a maskless Deadpool variant coming out soon, which we'll also dive more into later in the video. But this actually makes a total of 10 new Hot Toys figures coming out from the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. So big kudos to them for doing this. And let's take a closer look into their potential designs. Starting off with the teaser announcement from Hot Toys, they're releasing 4 new 1/6 figures from the Deadpool Wolverine movie, right? This includes Blade, Elektra, Gambit, and X-23. Now, what's awesome is that these will all be first-time figures being produced and released by Hot Toys. There have been other manufacturers that have released unlicensed versions of these characters, though, which we'll take a closer look on next in the video, but they are unofficial and unlicensed figures, right? Now, does that mean they're necessarily bad? No, but there's just something about having a licensed Hot Toys that makes this much more better news, right? There are also these rather are actually already available on the site for reservation. They're not available for pre-order yet, but as you can see here, you can actually reserve them and be notified once they're available for PO. It doesn't cost anything to reserve them, so definitely head over to Sideshow's site now if you think about picking any of these up, right? And as for Deadpool's maskless variant, it's not up yet, but I'll be sure to keep you guys informed once there's more details released, right? So in terms of taking a quick recap look into the 4 characters that will have their figures released soon, let's start off with everyone's favorite Raging Cajun Gambit, right? I feel like he'll actually be the most sought after figure to be released by Hot Toys soon, probably followed by Blade, right? So as you can see here, he also features the most comic accurate look out of the 4. He features that trench coat, the headgear, and some really awesome body armor throughout his outfit that really give you that classic comic book look, right? Also, from a weapon standpoint, the film also featured both his expandable bow staff and, of course, those awesome mechanically charged playing cards. So it's likely that Gam will also cost the most out of the 4, which makes sense just from a details and accessories standpoint. Now, in terms of what's currently out there from other manufacturers of 1/6 scale figures, well, there's really only 2, right? Sideshow and So Toys. I'll focus more so on So Toys here just because this is known to be the better out of the 2, right? This model features a very nice body mold, rather, along with a great amount of accessories. Also, the details on the costume itself just look and feel so Gambit-like. That's really hard to pass on it, right? Now, I'm assuming that Hot Toys will likely model the accessories and body mold similar to the version, just because it's proven to be a great seller for So Toys. I imagine that Hot Toys will feature one head sculpt, however, but similar hand molds, including the charge ones, the bow staff, the playing cards, as well as the kinetic effects, right? Now, if they do happen to feature 2 head molds, I imagine that one of the head molds will feature different hair, with a slightly different expression, and maybe even with glowing eyes, which would be awesome, right? But nevertheless, I'm looking forward to seeing the release and hope it's similar to this one. Next one up here is Blade. Now, Blade has been, around a very long time, as far as back rather as the Fox Marvel days, right? And it was one of their first rated R films, right? Now, in terms of his costume, this is a pretty good one, especially considering that they're supposed to be in this post-apocalyptic planet, right? Blade doesn't come with the trench coat this time around, but does feature a really cool suit still, that still feels very tactical, right? There are multiple layers of leather type armor on his chest again. Pants look pretty good. And of course, he has those awesome dark shaded sunglasses as well. Weaponry is a little different than we're normally accustomed to, though. Like, where's his sword at, right? He uses a machete type blade in his film instead. And while it's not too bad, it would have been nice to see his katana, that awesome blade that we're so accustomed to, right? His pistols also look a little different this time around as well, and features not only bullets but those wooden stake projectiles, right? So otherwise, I do like this costume overall, especially for how it's posed in the film. In terms of the 1/6 figures out there, available, Social Toys also produced their own version, which is called the Vampire Hunter. This model is based off of Wesley Snipes' original iteration of Blade back in the Fox Marvel era, right? This model had Blade with his like trench coat, vampire style teeth, and a number of different pretty cool weapon accessories. The weapons that really stood out to me because the set really features most all of his key ones that we've seen in his earlier Blade films. So I'm expecting Hot Toys to put out something similar, although less weapons. They'll likely include his like machete blade and pistol only, though, since that was what was featured in the film. And I highly doubt they'll release another version of Blade this time around, outside of the movie version, because they just probably won't, right, for whatever reason. But hopefully it'll be similar to the look and feel of this. But we'll probably have less weapons, and of course, I'm missing trench coat, unfortunately. Right, next one up is Jennifer Garner, aka Elektra. Now, this was a nice little surprise for me, but glad that they actually brought her back. After her horrible solo film back in the Fox Marvel days, she definitely deserved another stint with this character. Her costume here again is a little different than original costume in from her solo films. Rather, it uses pretty much a darker sort of red tone, similar to Ben Affleck's Daredevil costume, with those like extra leather layers of leather, right? She's also sleeveless here, just like the other Fox costume iteration, so it does still maintain that classic Elektra look, however. But it would have been really cool if they actually added her headband. Like if like Elektra's running around with her headband like she does in the comics, it would have been sweet just to have that. Otherwise, this is her actual costume is pretty sweet looking overall. Now, in terms of the 1/6 figures out there, again, Social Toys also produced their own version called Lady Ninja Sai. Now, this figure is actually modeled after Elodie Young's version of Elektra in the Netflix Daredevil series and not Jennifer Garner's from the movie, right? I couldn't find any 1/6 scale figures of Jennifer Garner out there, but let me know in the comments if you know of any, guys. Otherwise, this figure was pretty basic in my opinion, although it really wasn't Social Toys' fault. The original modeled costume was also very generic and just didn't feature much to it, right? This version of Elektra featured more of a cloth heavy costume, whereas Jennifer Garner's was more leatherish, right? In terms of accessories, this set featured a few extra hand molds along with the side weapons. So generally speaking, it was pretty decent for what it was, but definitely not my favorite figure of Elektra, both from a 1/12 or 1/6 perspective, right? And the fourth and final tease is Laura, aka X-23. So in this film, Laura is actually several years older than she was when we first saw her in the Wolverine film. She still maintains that similar look, but obviously looks older, right? She also was hasn't ever been really featured with any superhero costume before, or as of yet. But I really feel like Marvel will eventually add that into maybe a future MCU film. Like I feel like they may make her a part of the Young Avengers as a new Wolverine, and then add her new costume then, right? But for now, she's just rocking her regular street clothes along with those very awesome reminiscent glasses from the Wolverine film. So not much to her costume at all otherwise. And I do understand why it's written like this in terms of the outfit decision. So can't hate on that, right? Now, in terms of the 1/6 figures out there, I was only able to find this one from Amuse Toys, as Muse Toys rather. I've seen a couple of other customs out there, but from a manufacturer perspective, this is the only one I can find. Right? Again, let me know in the comments, guys, if you know of any other models and would just love to take a close look at those as well. Otherwise, this Laura figure is actually modeled after the outfit in the original Wolverine film and not Deadpool and Wolverine. Right? As you can see here, her face mold looks much younger, and her outfit doesn't really line up well though. She was rocking a backpack, however, and those pair of similar sunglasses, but otherwise, really not much to her set. So I'm expecting that Hot Toys will have similar accessories to this, like the backpack, the sunglasses, and obviously the claws. Hopefully they'll add her foot claws as well. Otherwise, this may likely be a pass for me from Hot Toys, unless they add or decide to add any additional accessories to it, right? And last but not least, we have a brand new tease just released from Hot Toys. This time it features another Deadpool figure, but this time his maskless variant, right? You can see here Hot Toys announced it with the help of Ryan Reynolds himself, which was really cool. Now, this is another Deadpool variant figure that is using most all of the same body mold and features as his current Deadpool 3 figure, right? But this one comes with a maskless head sculpt, so you get to see, or continues to get to see how what Wade looks like without his mask on, is all his glory, right? Another main selling point here are the detached Wolverine claws, which Deadpool was rocking at the beginning of the film, right after Wolverine died, right? So it's really cool that they added these two main accessories along with a more weathered and damaged or battle damaged suit, right? Although I still feel like they could have added this as an accessory pack or maybe included in with the previous Deadpool figure because it's been something we've all been asking for, right, for a while. And they're just kind of pulling more money out of us. But I do imagine that this will be the final figure released by Hot Toys from the film as well, because this now makes 10 total figures, right? So an excellent lineup of figs overall, and can't wait to see what these all look like in person. So there you have it, folks, and thanks for joining me today. So we took a quick look into the new teasers revealed by Hot Toys. Are you excited for any of these 5 new figures? Let me know in the comments below which figure you feel will stand out the most, and if you plan on picking any of them up. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more content and the coolest Marvel figures around. Until next time, folks, keep on collecting.